Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kova here, and before I crack on with the video, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here for daily FIFA, football, anything content, like whatever it goes. So before I crack on, let's get into what we're going to do today. So we're going to do Portugal versus Wales. Obviously, they're in the semi-final of the Euros, and we're going to do a squad builder of them both, smashing the teams together to see how it looked like. Now, before I start, I've done it a bit differently from last time. This time I'm just going to go through the players as a list and show you the team and the reserves and who makes the bench and stuff like that. So we're starting in goal. It's a 3-5-2 formation. We're starting with Wayne Hennessy in goal. I think he's only conceded four goals all competition, which is pretty good. Obviously, 2 against England. The rest of the time, people have struggled to break Wales down. And, you know, Hennessy's done all right. He was obviously missing for one of the games. And then against England, I think he was pretty much unlucky, especially with the Sturridge one. It was just blasted at him. So he makes the team. Then we pick Ashley Williams as the first of 3 centre-backs. Done so well in the Euros, obviously leading the Wales team. It would be hard not to pick this guy. I think he deserves to make the team on this one. Next up is Jose Fonte. Now, when Portugal started the tournament, they were playing Ricardo Carvalho. Now, to me, that looked like a really big mistake. Obviously, he's got the experience. He was a fantastic player, but he is now 38, I think, going on 39. So, I was like, what the hell? And then they had Bruno Alves as well. He played against England in the warm-up. And I was like, why is Fonte getting overlooked from both of these? And the moment that Fonte has come into the side, they've looked a lot better. You know, against Poland, they struggled to break them down. Only scored from that Lewandowski cutback. And Fonte's really improved them a lot. And it's a player I thought should have been starting to begin with, but surprisingly they didn't. So he makes the team for me for making that big impression on the Portugal side. Next up is Pepe, a player I absolutely despise, but he is a good centre-back. And he, again, partnering Fonte has done really well so far. Well, changed. You know, they had a really bad few games to begin with, but they started to get better and better and better as the tournament's gone on. We then move to the centre mid, and Joe Allen gets a spot in the team. A player, I'll hold my hands up. You know, if you've seen the Liverpool FIFA 17 ratings video, you know I don't like him as a player, but he's done really well at these Euros, and he's done fantastically for Wales. I think towards the end of the season for Liverpool, he was also doing really quite well. So he makes the side, basically for helping keeping Wales tick and working really hard in that centre mid with Joe Ledley. His partner, however, is Carvalho. Ever since he's come in, a lot like Fonte, they've been more solid at the back, and he's been sitting in front of them centre-backs, basically screening them. And I'm surprised, you know, Danilo hasn't been involved either. I thought they could have changed formation, had both of them play in, or even just one. But a lot of the time, neither of them were featuring, so it was a surprise. I think Danilo can play centre-back, though, as well. So we move on to the right mid. I was going to play Sanchez, but unfortunately he's not on the database that I'm using. So we've gone with João Mario instead on the right mid. Obviously he's a right mid anyway. It's a player that I haven't seen much of in the Euros. He hasn't really, you know, done much for me. I think he could be doing a lot better, but you know, he's done okay, and that's the key to it. And he's the right mid, and he fits the bill well. Next up is Nani on the other side, obviously playing as a striker for Portugal, but I put him on the left mid. He's actually just recently signed for Valencia. Kind of missed that in my gossip video, but he has signed a 3-year deal there. Obviously, just while the Euros is happening, but him and Ronaldo up front have done well. Nani's just like been missing a lot of chances. That's the only thing I would say about him. But apart from that, he's been working really hard for the team and doing well. Next up is Aaron Ramsey. He's going to be a huge miss in that semi-final against Portugal. I honestly can't see Wales beating them now with the likes of Ramsey out. And I think Chester's out as well, suspended. Well, it might be Davies, one of the two anyway. And, you know, Ramsey's the biggest miss of them all. He is being key. You know, he links the midfield and Bale together and really combines the team, you know, all in one. Obviously, he plays really well as well. You know, a fair few passes he's made are absolutely unbelievable, and that's why he's got a Euro card right there. Next up, we move to strikers. Obviously, Gareth Bale being one of them. I think he is on 3 goals for the tournament. Don't get me wrong, 2 free kicks should have never been going in, but they did, and he's been doing really well. Again, you know, when you got a player like Bale in your team, you are always going to be a threat no matter what. And that's the same with this guy, Ronaldo. So look at that strike partnership. Bale and Ronaldo is insane. So I'm going to show the team now what it looks like. We just run through it there. I have got the bench still to do. So obviously you've got Hennessy in goal. You've got Williams at one of the centre-back slots. Then we've got a nice little Portugal quartet here of Fonte, who's come in and done really well. Pepe, William Carvalho, and Nani. João Mario on the other side with Ramsey and Bale, and obviously the main man Ronaldo up front. So let's move on to the bench and see who we have got involved in it. So move past Ronaldo. So moving on to the bench, we've got Patricio, obviously the main goalkeeper for Portugal, but he did concede 3 against Hungary, so that's why he is only on the bench. A lot of the Portuguese to begin with, Guerreiro playing left back for them and being quite strong. Him and Alicio are unlucky to not get in the team, but I went with the Wales formation to really suit them. Cedric is next up, came in at right back and done really well. They've actually started playing an actual right back, Portugal, which I think was one of the key problems, playing players out of position. Then there is Alicio, unlucky to not get in the side. Him and Guerreiro have been swapping at the left back position and both been doing quite well. João Moutinho is another one who's unlucky not to be in the team, but I don't think he's been that good at this Euros. I expected more from him. His set pieces haven't been, up to scratch for me. Normally set pieces are on point. Like this Euros campaign, they've just been okay. Now we move on to the Wales side of things. Chris Gunter, the right back, 71 rated silver card, and he's been doing really, really well at the Euros. When Wales haven't got the ball, they go to a 5 at the back, and when they do, the right and left back push up to kind of make it 5 in midfield. Ben Davies is really unlucky to miss out on this team. He's obviously a left back by trade, but has been playing at centre back in the Wales 3-5-2 formation. Him, Chester, and Williams have been doing excellently, and they've been really putting their bodies on the line for the team. And there is the other one, Chester, same as Williams. He's had a really bad season at West Brom. Hardly played for West Brom, and then comes to the Euros and does really well, and shows why West Brom paid about 10 million for him. Joe Ledley's next up, unlucky not to be in the side. Don't forget, guys, this guy broke his leg in the Premier League and still managed to get back in time for the Euros, which is a feat in itself. And obviously he's got that crazy dance move that he's been doing recently. Sam Vokes, a bit of a super sub. He came on against Belgium and scored that header. Obviously an aerial threat, which is what a lot of teams don't have. And that's why a lot of people are actually saying Andy Carroll may have gone to the Euros just for that aerial threat. Hal Robson-Kanu, again, really unlucky not to get in this side, to be honest. Similar to Vokes, kind of a super sub. Not like being first team all the time. He's played I think 1 or 2 games from the start, but also came on. And let's not forget that goal against Belgium. Wow. And then finally we end up with Danilo, unlucky again, like Carvalho. He's a really good centre defensive mid, and is unlucky not to get in the side. So there you go, guys. That is what it looks like, the combined side. The only thing I would say, maybe Robson-Kanu for Nani. Swap them 2 over. I think Robson-Kanu's being a bit more effective, but that is what I went with initially. So, we get a lot of chemistry as well. Don't forget we get a link in with Williams to Fonte. Fonte linking in everyone, basically, the defence there, which is key. But yeah, apart from Sanchez missing and maybe Robson-Kanu on the left mid, that is what this squad builder looks like. If you did enjoy, as always, guys, all I say is let's smash that like button, see how many likes we can get, and I shall see you in the next one.